Hi everyone, how are you? Good. This is a book that I've read in class before, but we've all really enjoyed it, so I wanted to make a video so that you guys could hear it at home. It's called Lifesize, and this story we're going to learn all about the different sizes of different animals. So when you see a part of an animal and it says the word life size, that's a big word, can you say it? Life size. That means it's the actual size. So let me give you an example. Right here, this is a life size. What is that called? Oh, they're called toadies, how cute. This is life size. This means that this is the actual size of the bird in the wild. Isn't that cool? Okay. Let's start. This is by Sophie Henn. An African elephant's feet are so big, we could only fit 2 life-size toenails on this page. Get your toes out and see who has the biggest toenails, you or an African elephant. Whoa. That is the actual size of 2 African elephants' toes. Are they bigger or smaller than yours? They're big. There are so many wonderful creatures on this planet, from the teeny tiny to the utterly gigantic. But just how teeny tiny or utterly gigantic are they? Well, in this book you can see for yourself, because every time you see the word life size, you will know you are looking at an animal or a part of an animal that is the actual size for real. So let's go on a life-size adventure and see how you measure up against some of the world's most amazing animals. Here's a life-size bee hummingbird. It's a bee hummingbird. Do you see it? That is so small, right? And it's a bird. In fact, it's the world's smallest bird, and it can beat its wings a super speedy 80 times per second. High five a polar bear. Put your paw on the polar bear's life-size paw, and who is the biggest? Ready? Can you put your hand up there? That's huge. How many toes does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you count your toes? Yeah, you have 5 toes too, just like a polar bear, but a polar bear's, theirs are called paws instead of feet, and they are huge. Here's the rest. Polar bears live in a place called the Arctic, which is rather chilly. Huge paws help them spread their weight on the snow and the ice. Who else lives in the Arctic? A narwhal's tusk is actually a tooth that grows through the top of its lip. Ouch! It can be over 8 feet long. So this is called a narwhal. And see, what does that look like? It looks like a unicorn horn, doesn't it? And it's actually a tooth that grows through the top of their lip. I'm sure it doesn't hurt them, but it would hurt us, wouldn't it? The life-size lampreys have 11 to 12 rows of teeth. That's a lot of brushing before bedtime. So lamprey is a type of eel in the ocean. Do you see it? Look at so many teeth. Try on a life-size toucan's beak. How does it look? This is an actual size of a toucan's beak. Okay, I'm gonna try and see. Okay, how does that look? And here's the rest of its face. The Toco toucan lives in the hot leafy forests of Cuba. Its super snazzy beak makes up 1/3 of its total size. That's like having a beak that's half as tall as you are. What other birds live in Cuba's forest? Cuban parakeets are really sociable. That means they like to visit with friends. The life-size parakeet is enjoying the shade and looking for some parakeet friends to play with. This is the actual size of the parakeet that lives there. And then aren't these life-size toadies pretty? Their bright feathers aren't just for show, they are for camouflage in the colorful Cuban forests. See how they're green? And what color is this leaf that they're on? Yeah, it's green. That helps protect them from predators, because if they're green and they're standing on a green leaf, other animals might not see them, so they won't try to eat them. Oh, look at this one. Whoa. What do you think that is? You are eye to eye with a life-size giant squid. Turn the page and look through the hole to see how you would look with a giant squid eye. That's the size of its eyeball. See the size of my eyeball? It's huge. I wonder why they have eyes that are that big. Giant squid live near the bottom of the ocean where it is very dark. This is where having the largest eyes on the planet comes in handy. Big eyes help them to see better in the dark, which is useful when they're on the lookout for lunch. Who else lives down here? So this is how, see how dark the water is? This life-size pea crab is tiny. Although he is only 2 inches wide, he has 10 legs. That's more legs than you. Where is he? I don't even see him. Maybe you do. I'll come back and look for it. What is that? Yeah, it's a tiger. Can you roar like a Bengal tiger? Hold your nose, the book under your nose, to see what you would look like with a life-size tiger roar. This is the actual size of the tiger's mouth. Look at that. Under my nose. Do you see? It's bigger than my head. Most Bengal tigers live in the vast forests of India, but it's easy for them to stay in touch as their roars can be heard up to 2 miles away. All right, can you tell me what this animal is? Yep. It's a giraffe. Have you guys ever seen a giraffe before? Like maybe when you've gone to the zoo or the wild animal park? Stick your tongue out at a life-size giraffe. This is the actual size of the giraffe's tongue. You stick your tongue out? Which one's longer? That's a very long tongue. Giraffes live on the hot grassy plains of Africa. They are the world's tallest animal, so it makes sense that they have an extraordinarily long tongue. This helps them reach the leaves on the acacia trees. Yum. So see, they have those really long tongues so that they can reach up high and eat the leaves off the trees. What other animals live here? This life-size male rainbow lizard is usually reddish brown, but it turns rainbow colored to impress female lizards. He can turn colors. How about these? What are those? Do you know what those are called? Cheetahs are completely dotty. No, really, they have up to 3,000 spots. And African elephants are the largest land animals on the planet. They also have the biggest ears, which they flap to keep themselves cool. I didn't know that. So there's the cheetahs, and there's the elephants back here. Can you tell me what these are? Their ears. What kind of ears do you think they are? Try these life-size kangaroo ears on for size. Hold them up to your forehead and jump around a bit. You are practically a kangaroo. Can you pretend to have kangaroo ears and hop around? Do you think those kangaroo ears are bigger than our ears or smaller? Yeah, they're really big. Red kangaroos live in the hot and dusty Australian outback. Their big pointy ears can swivel to pick up sounds from all around. So they have those big ears so that they can hear everything that's around them. What other creatures live here? Have you guys ever seen one of these? It's called a scorpion. To get out of the hot sun, this life-size desert scorpion can burrow up to 3 feet down in a twirly spiral. So this is the actual size, and he can dig a hole 3 feet underneath the ground to keep him cool, but it's very hot outside. The fancy frill-necked lizard opens its mouth and pushes out its frill to scare away other animals. See that? He looks like he makes a scary sound, huh? Okay. Now, do you remember what this one is? Yeah, this is a giant squid and a giraffe and an elephant. So if you had a giant squid next to a giraffe, this is how big the squid is compared to the giraffe. The giraffe looks little tiny, right? It's because giant squids are huge. And then we've got a polar bear, a kangaroo, and yeah, that's a panda bear. The end. I hope you guys like that story. I'll see you again next time. Bye.